We have seen 4 common flaws in critical reasoning so far. Do you remember what they are? If you got that right, take a moment to be proud of yourself, as you already know how to better argue and avoid common critical reasoning flaws out there. This will help you make better decisions for yourself, as well as become a better citizen of the country and the world. Cheers to that. Now let's look at a few more of these common flaws and then jump into solving actual critical reasoning questions from past papers. Fallacy of Analogy. This refers to thinking that the line of reasoning used in one scenario applies to another scenario by assuming that all other parameters remain the same. You should carefully compare the two scenarios to see if there is any subtle change in the situation which makes this parallel reasoning inappropriate. The important thing in this case is to identify what exactly causes the difference between the two similar scenarios. In critical reasoning, it is also extremely important to avoid overanalyzing an argument. Let us understand better by reading the following statement. Students who study for 6 hours a day are successful in the examination. So, sportsmen who want to win tournaments should practice for 6 hours every day. This argument is faulty because the reason for success in study cannot be applied directly to sports, which can have many other considerations. Non-sequitur. This refers to making an argument by stating a conclusion right after presenting the premise, even though the conclusion cannot be logically drawn from the premise. Oh boy, wonder where that happens all the time. Let's look at this example. It is difficult for sportsmen, especially footballers, to play continually for many months at a stretch. Therefore, we must build a sports academy which trains many more sports people. This is faulty because the conclusion drawn does not follow from the stated premise. Maybe there are already enough sports academies that produce excellent footballers in big numbers. Even though the first statement is correct, the argument being made in statement 2 to build a sports academy just based on statement 1 is weak at best. Faulty appeal to authority. This refers to using the views of a person or an organization specializing in one field to support an argument in another. This fallacy can be identified when authority, which is referred to in an argument, is not an expert in the subject being discussed in the argument. Consider the statements. The famous actor Akshay has invested a lot of money in the stock market. The stock market must be generating a very good return on investment. This argument is faulty because the actor's judgment in the field of stocks cannot be taken as a basis for saying that the stock market will generate good returns. We've discussed several common flaws in critical reasoning that I'm sure we've all had in our own reasoning at some point or the other. Here is a quick summary: the association causation flaw, the composition flaw, the red herring, the argumentum ad populum, the fallacy of analogy, non sequitur, and faulty appeal to authority. We hope these videos will help us avoid falling into these traps from now on. We really enjoyed making these videos for you, and we hope that you enjoyed watching them too.